In a small coastal town lived a fisherman named Jack Thompson. Jack was known for his resilience, yet despite his hard work, he barely earned enough to provide for his family. Every night, after a long day at sea, Jack would sit on the porch of his rundown cabin and play a haunting melody on his flute, a gift from his late father. One fateful day, while Jack was fishing far from the usual spots, a thick fog enveloped his boat. Struggling to find his way back, Jack spotted an island on the horizon, a place he had never seen before. Curious and desperate, he rowed toward it. The island was lush and silent, with an eerie stillness that sent chills down his spine. As Jack explored the island, he came across a cave hidden behind a waterfall. Drawn by a strange force, he entered and found a cavern filled with shimmering stones embedded in the walls. Suddenly, a massive serpent with iridescent scales slithered out from the shadows. Jack froze in fear, but the serpent didn't attack. Instead, it swayed gently, as if inviting him to play his flute. Trembling, Jack began to play. The notes echoed through the cavern, filling the air with a magical resonance. The serpent closed its eyes, seemingly entranced by the melody. When Jack finished, the serpent spoke in a deep, soothing voice. "Return when the moon is full, and your music shall be rewarded." It then vanished into the darkness, leaving behind a single, gleaming gem. Jack returned home, bewildered by the encounter. He sold the gem and used the money to buy better fishing gear, but he couldn't stop thinking about the island. When the moon became full again, Jack returned, and as promised, the serpent appeared. This time, it presented him with an even larger gem. Over the following months, Jack's wealth grew, and he transformed from a struggling fisherman into one of the wealthiest men in town. Years passed, and Jack's only son, David, grew up surrounded by luxury. Jack, now a cautious man, kept the secret of his wealth hidden from everyone except David. One night, as they sat by the fire, Jack revealed the truth to his son. He spoke of the island, the serpent, and the flute's power. David, who had inherited his father's musical talent, was enthralled by the tale and begged to visit the island. David made his first trip to the island under a full moon, eager to prove himself. He played the flute with all his heart, and the serpent appeared, just as it had for his father. It was mesmerized by David's skill and rewarded him with a gem even more magnificent than any Jack had received. However, as David returned home, greed began to take root in his heart. The more David visited the island, the more restless he became. He dreamed of the serpent's cave, imagining it filled with untold treasures. One night, after a particularly vivid dream, David decided he could no longer wait for the monthly visits.